let's talk about my mace. Other people call it a club. Essentially, you do club workouts with it. So this is a dumbbell. You're supposed to put dumbbells on this side. These are 2.5 pound plates with a clip at the end. And you can take this one off, have it just be 2.5 pounds, or both one have weigh 5 pounds, which is what I'm doing now. I hockey taped these to make a nice thick handle, very sturdy. And it's perfect to do the club workouts in. Practice the throwing and the swing techniques. Really work on your shoulders, your lats. I'll also just like to carry it around all day. I'll be sitting there working on homework, watching lectures, watching YouTube videos, and just have it in my hands, move it around, carry it downstairs, and try to hold it while I'm cooking or move around. It's satisfying to hold. It's something I made. It also makes it satisfying because it's not an airtight hold there. So it has some wiggle to it, which kind of gives it a nice rhythm when you're doing that for a couple minutes on end, which I like to do in the mornings or whenever, a little break between work or something. It's kind of mesmerizing, you know. I don't think I would want a normal club that doesn't have the sound anymore, because it's so fun to hear. The clip was only cut off twice. That's because only once. And it's because I was like launching it like an idiot, like swinging at it, pretending it was a sword or something. So don't do that. Another thing about this kind of long sticked lever weight is it's super good for forearm work. Move it up and down, this way, that way, this way, and you can make it harder or easier by just going up and down the lever. You can go all the way down here, and that one's so hard, and that's so good for the forearm, you know, because you don't get a lot of training on this plane, you know, next to swinging a hammer or something. So if you're a workman or carpenter, even just someone who writes a lot with their hand, this kind of tool is, I think, invaluable to strengthen your wrist. You know, just hold it out there for a while. Another thing about it, because of the extended lever arm, doing shoulder workouts is very feasible, because the weight isn't right in your hand. Because what makes like lateral raises and stuff so hard is the long lever arm. You know, if you put 10 pounds here, I can't hold it for more than, well, I don't know, a minute. But if you give me 10 pounds here, I can hold it for forever. So the further out you go, the harder it is. So using this for some good shoulder work is very feasible and a great option to do some stuff at home. And it's makeshift. I think you can do it with pretty much any plate loaded dumbbell set. Doesn't have to be these. I think these are cement plates or sand plates. And it's like a 1-inch bar. It could be, I think you could do it with like one of those like barbell type dumbbells. Obviously it would have some spin on it and a thicker grip, but you could still do it. So if you have that, save yourself a little money and just make a little mace or club at home for your workouts. I can't get too heavy with this one, but use it for high repetitions, and it's pretty golden. Yeah. Alright, so let us talk about rice training. So I discovered it online, like I have discovered everything else. And it is a way to strengthen your fingers and your wrist and your forearm. It's essentially a thick liquid. It produces total 360-degree resistance every single angle, so you can completely train your grip, your hands, your fingers, your wrist, your forearm better than most things. You won't get a lot of weight, but you'll get a lot of resistance. You'll get a huge forearm pump, and you can train the extensors. You can train the, well, I'm not sure the terminology, but the rotation. You can, extensors, grip, squeeze it till it pops. It's a great way. You can turn, really feel your forearm. You can press out, you can press in, you can go deeper. The deeper you go, the harder it is. It's a great way to train It's super cheap. This was a 5-gallon drum that costed like $10, $12, and it was like four to 8 packets of rice, which could feed a family for a year, I know, but just keep it in your room, put a bag over it so your cat doesn't pee in it, and it's a great way to train your forearm, your grip. Do it in the morning, do it at night. Your grip will feel alive, you'll feel strong. You'll see a lot of martial artists use this, which is where I discovered it from. You could also hit it, you know, work on your spear hand, work on your knuckles, work on your punch, but it's probably better to do that with some sand or something, which I do not have. Maybe one day. Now, do expect a little bit of a mess. As you can see, my shirt is a little bit starchy. I like to rub it on my face at the end. The starches are decently good for your skin, pretty good for your nails too. So, you do this frequently, your nails will look like they're polished 24/7, which is just a plus. And it doesn't smell too bad. Again, I expect a little bit of a mess on your clothes, but I don't mind a mess. It's a great way to train, super fun, and a little bit, not a lot of people know about it, you know, which is a little upsetting, because I think it has a lot of use for the general population. So many people suffer from weak grip, carpal tunnel, wrist injuries, and this is a surefire way to train it, because it's it's dynamic resistance. You can go real easy on the top, smooth, just work it in, or you can go deep and fucking grind. You can grind it out. And I think that's super valuable, because someone who has immobile, weak wrists, they might not want to do some sort of forearm curl with 5 pounds or 10 pounds or something, because it just kind of hurts too much, and there's just one strict plane of motion. Whereas this rice bucket, it works every single angle you can think of, because it's essentially, it's like swimming for your hands. You know, swimming every single direction. You know, you're working your muscles. It's, you know, that's why, well, swimming is really good for rehab, especially for people with like knee injuries or ankle immobility, stuff like that, because it's pain-free. There's no gravity pressing down on the joint. In fact, it kind of releases tension a bit, and then you can work, you can get the blood flow in, you can go over and over and over again. You know, you can start light and easy, or you can go fast. You know, same thing here. You know, you put your hand in, and there's no gravity, there's no weight squishing everything down. It's just, you know, you can go light, you go fast, you go heavy, if you go down lower. So I think it has a lot of applications in maybe the world of physical therapy or general populational health, maybe preventative care. But I'm no scientist, and I'm no doctor yet. So yeah, if you would like, give it a try. It's not too expensive. You can hide it away somewhere in your room. It doesn't even have to be a 5-gallon drum. You can get, you know, really any bucket size, you know, anything bigger than a Tupperware container, you know. It could be the size of a pot, the size of a, you know, I don't know, a cardboard box or something. So yeah, give it a try. It's a great way to train your hands, your grip, your fingers, your forearm in every direction possible. Get an amazing pump. You'll feel alive after it, you know?